Over the years, China's oppressive rule has forced many Tibetans to flee to Dharamshala, India, where their spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama, lives in exile. More and more Tibetan children and young people have come to this small town to study their own language and culture, which they are not able to learn back home. In Lower Dharamshala, there is a residential and co-educational school called the Tibetan Children's Village School, and the classes are provided here for free. The final report on this week's news, Tibetan Special Reports.
This is the Tibetan Children's Village School in Lower Dharamshala. The teacher is writing Tibetan on the blackboard. This class of 5th grade students are learning how to write composition in Tibetan. The children are imitating their teacher, trying to learn how to write. At this school, all classes are taught in Tibetan up to 9th grade. Many students were sent here by their parents from China in order to learn their own language and culture. This is because in Tibet, the classes are taught in Chinese. In Tibet, we learned everything in Chinese at school. They want that others learn Tibetan. Although Zashimi cannot write in Tibetan, she can speak the language. But Nojilazu, a Tibetan from China's Yunnan province, did not understand the words of Tibetan before she came to Dharamshala last year. We speak Chinese. Tibetan is not used there. My grandfather was chased by the Chinese and fled here. He has stayed for more than 10 years. When he returned home, he said he wanted to send me here to learn Tibetan. Except those born in India, other students had risked their lives to cross Chinese border in order to learn Tibetan in Dharamshala. The mountains were covered with snow and it was freezing. Some people had nothing to eat for 3 or 4 days. It was very cold. Last year, over 20 people tried to come from the mountains, but none of them made it. More than 10 were killed. The Children's Village School arranges boarding at host families and offers classes for students from kindergarten to high school. In each host family, a teacher mom takes care of 20 students. When there are no classes, the students get together like members of a big family. The students can learn more Tibetan language and other cultural aspects outside the classroom spontaneously.
Our teaching is more out of living than through classroom instruction. As you see in the campus here today, 95%, almost 98% of staff members are all Tibetans. So we talk Tibetan, we live Tibetan, we discuss Tibetan, we live Tibetan religion. So that means more than the classroom teaching instructions, we are living Tibetan culture here.
The home decorations of the host families and disciplines for the students all follow the Tibetan traditions and family values. The government in exile in Dharamshala has formed 80 similar schools in Nepal, Bhutan and other parts in India over the years. They offer free education to 30,000 students each year to ensure that the Tibetan culture is preserved and passed on to the younger generations. TITV Weekly.